booties for black girl nerds.
Good to see you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking time to speak with me. I very much appreciate it. Okay, so we've finally reached the final season, right, guys? 5 years, 5 seasons. It's been a great run. Jack, I'll start with you. I had the pleasure of speaking with you back at Comic-Con back in July.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's nice to see you again for a whole different project.
Oh, yeah.
So can you talk to me a little bit about the emotions on the final day of filming? I can only imagine it has to be a little bit different given that this is voice acting versus in person. So what did you guys do to celebrate? Like how was that day?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's voice acting is so interesting because you come in and it's not like we all are there on like the same, what would be final day. And, to that point, I think we view this as more, we'd like to view it at least as more of a pause as rather than the end. The end still leaves it open for there to be other iterations of these characters. So we love doing this show and we will continue playing these characters for the rest of our lives if you'll let us. So we'll gladly do that. But on my final day for this season, it was very bittersweet. It was it lacks that kind of climactic nature of like there being like the last day on a set and everyone's gathering around and like clapping and applauding. But then we did an episode of like the Ready Room and we were all there together. And I feel like that was kind of what would have been that experience. We all got very emotional.
Yeah.
The show has meant a lot to all of us. I don't know if you guys want to speak to that at all, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I've had my final day because
I still don't know actually as well.
We do ADR sometimes, and sometimes there's still little pickups. So even as the season is airing, there might be stuff that we need for the last couple of episodes. So I don't know if I've had my final day, and I am just going to pretend I never have.
Yeah. I know for sure I didn't do everything right. So I have to go back.
They're going to ask me to come in and
Yeah. There's going to be something that I know I mumbled through. So I'll see them again.
Well, that's a cool, interesting behind the scenes because I didn't know that there was still additional work to be done. So I thought what I saw was it, but that's cool. Well, Tawny, this series has been like known to have some of the most like insane cameos, right? And I know the creator, Mike, he teased some of the crazy season 5 ones, but did you happen to pop over during any of the sessions that they were recording or were they all like surprises?
They weren't so much surprises because I would like read the scripts or sometimes Mike would get so excited he'd tell us ahead of time. He'd be like, oh my God, in season 5, guess what? We're going to do this person. Without saying names, there is one person who Mike told us this person's going to be on the thing and they had called this person's agent and set it all up and, the deal was done and they were going to come and be on. And then because animation takes so long, there was just like a long time between them then and actually getting them in the room. So at conventions, this person was coming up to me and being like, why did I get bumped off your show? I thought they were bringing me back. And I was like, I don't know. So I'm texting Mike McMahon on the side. I'm like, can we not piss this person off, please? And Mike was like, it's just taking a minute. Everybody calm down. and they are on the show, but it was a very funny thing to think that we'd accidentally bumped one of our like legacy.
And that they were coming to you, like, fix this.
Literally, they were coming to me because I was in front of them at the con. Like, hey, girl, what's going on?
Well, I can't wait for us to see who you're talking about. Noël, Star Trek. I'm sorry?
No, nothing.
Well, Star Trek films have tended to lead a more serious tone, but Lower Decks adds that comedic element. Do you have a favorite episode that you enjoy either rewatching and being like, man, those jokes really landed? Or do you just any episode that you overall just enjoy the most?
From this show?
From our show?
Yes.
What's been fun is watching, we get like all the episodes before this and just being able to watch it all the way through and the whole entire arc and seeing how each episode obviously has its own comedic game that's happening within it, but that then we're continuing it on with a broader story. So it's hard to pick just one.
Yeah.
I like any of the girls trip episodes.
Yeah.
Just in terms of like not that it's a sitcom vibe, but we're just kind of like, there's like a rom-com energy to it.
Yeah. And even like our fake wedding one.
That
was
very
cute.
That's awesome. Yeah. So any of those, like, I wouldn't call them bottlenecks because we're not trapped, but anything where it's like just we're going off on this side adventure and the comedy that ensues from that, I enjoy.
Yeah. I love our the Mark Twain.
Oh God.
The Rutherford.
we're settling who gets to water our bonsai tree first.
By
Yes.
dressing up as competing Mark Twains.
Yeah.
What a class. I wish I'd been in the room when that was pitched.
I wish that was a live action episode.
Yeah, I wish that just that B plot of that episode was live action, because that was maybe the most fun I've had in the booth.
Oh,
was
man.
doing that. It was so
Well, I
great.
love y'all's chemistry so much. Like even y'all as a collective here, like obviously it's animated, but you guys together, y'all have a really good chemistry here. And final question, Eugene, this is for you. The show touches on a lot of different things from the Star Trek world. And since you guys have more creative freedom in the animated space, what event or reference was the most memorable for you to incorporate into the series?
I mean, honestly, for me, it was a big deal. There's a Reflections episode which I play another version of myself, and I loved everything about it. But the biggest thing is the name of the ship is the national flower of the Philippines, so that we were able to in canon make him a Filipino character. And so for me, as a Filipino actor, and also to be in this franchise, to have that be in the world has meant everything. So that's my biggest moment. As far as the show, yeah, look it up, it's fine. But as far as how I am personally affected, that has been my everything.
Did you pick it? Did you pitch it?
No, Mike gave it to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. He did. Because
Wow.
everybody, within the fan world was wondering, is he actually Filipino? All this, and then they had it in there, and they kind of locked it in.
That's so special.
That's like thoughtful and gorgeous.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us. I know the fans are really going to love to see it. This has been one of the funniest shows I've seen in a very long time. Thank you guys again so much for your time, and I can't wait to see what you guys all do next in your careers.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerves. Better shake your booties for black girl nerves.